My name is Kehkashan Basu. I'm from Toronto, Canada. I am a United Nations Human Rights Champion of Forbes 30 Under 30 and founder president of Green Hope Foundation, a global social innovation enterprise I founded when I was 12 years old to help create a better and more sustainable world for all. I was very fortunate to grow up in a family where empathy was our norm. I grew up seeing my parents and my grandparents give back to the planet and to the community with every action that they took. And I used to accompany my parents when they used to go out every weekend to distribute food and clothes to the less fortunate. My grandmother to this day has an urban terrace garden where she grows her own food, and we eat the vegetables and fruits from there. So I always understood that taking care of our planet and our people was something that everyone did. But when I was 7, I saw the image of a dead bird whose belly was full of plastic. And that really made me wake up to the reality of the world, because I first of all, could not stop thinking about the pain and agony the bird must have gone through as it died. And then slowly I realized that there was this really big problem all across the world where human beings were destroying other human beings and the planet as well. And it was also around that time that I attended a lecture by environmentalist Robert Swan, and he had said that the greatest threat to our planet is the belief that someone else will save it. And that really resonated with me, and it inspired me to plant my first tree on my 8th birthday, which coincidentally is World Environment Day. But I decided that I had to take action on my own to bring about change for people and planet. So Green Hope Foundation, as a global social innovation enterprise, we use education for sustainable development as a transformative tool to provide people with the knowledge, skills, attitudes, values, behaviors required to think and act for a sustainable future. We work to localize the UN Sustainable Development Goals. We work to really understand the unique challenges that regions and communities face all across the world. And then we implement unique localized solutions and empower those local communities to really take actions within their own zones of influence. So that includes addressing the problem of lack of access to electricity and clean energy. We address the problem of lack of access to clean water and sanitation, especially toilets for girls and women, so that we provide them with that safe space as well, and to prevent the rise of exploitation and trafficking, which they face when they usually go to relieve themselves in the fields at night. We work on environmental restoration. So for instance, working on mangrove conservation. In more urban communities, we work to make sure that education for sustainable development becomes a part of the curriculum. And then the students take localized actions in their own zones of influence that can range from conducting cleanups of ravines, parks, communities, canals, to working on the protection of freshwater and sea turtles, to really just spreading the awareness and making sure that every single person knows that they can take actions, small actions, that really contribute to the larger collective. So Green Hope Foundation, as a global social innovation enterprise, we use education for sustainable development as a transformative tool to provide people with the knowledge, skills, attitudes, values, behaviors required to think and act for a sustainable future. We work to localize the UN Sustainable Development Goals. We work to really understand the unique challenges that regions and communities face all across the world. And then we implement unique localized solutions and empower those local communities to really take actions within their own zones of influence. Our world is facing myriad challenges, but the most pressing issue is human apathy. Because only if we address human apathy and allow and understand that people around the world need to take action and adopt a culture of empathy, will we be able to actually address all of the intersectional challenges that our world is facing. So we really need to put forth this education for sustainable development that instills empathy in children from a young age, that stays with them right through to adulthood, and that inspires them to take actions in their own zones of influence. And only then will we be able to create a better world and a more peaceful world for all. And that is why I have been working with the UNESCO Mahatma Gandhi Institute for Peace. In my lifetime, my ultimate goal is to make sure that every single person is able to adopt a sustainable way of living. And by that, I mean showing empathy through all of their actions towards people and planet, and just living with the understanding that we are in this planet as a community with not just other human beings, but with other organisms as well. And therefore, it is our moral responsibility as individuals and communities to really help one another out and make sure that no one is really left behind. I think that humanity will survive. We have shown in the past how resilient we can be when faced with disasters and challenges. I do think that there is an urgent need for accelerated action and a recognition of the challenges that are right in front of us. What gives me hope is that we are still in the middle of a pandemic, but the world has come together to address it with that sense of urgency. And that really gives me hope for the future, that humanity will be able to survive, because at the end of the day, we really want to ensure that we protect ourselves and our loved ones. Now we just need to make sure that that urge to protect ourselves and our loved ones expands to humanity as a whole and the planet. But yes, I am optimistic that humanity will survive. At the end of the day, it is our world, it is our people, it is our planet, and it's really important that as human beings, you take the necessary steps in order to help out humanity and the planet and make sure that no one is left behind. I think that a lot of the time, you are alienated because of the role you've played in social inequity and environmental destruction. But I truly believe that as leaders of corporations and governments, you have a lot of power to bring about change and inspire others to take change. And it's time to really use that platform in order to really implement those actions and really make sure no one is left behind, and understand that together we can create a better world. I would say that you're most welcome to join us at Green Hope Foundation. Bring your unique talents to the table, and then we will be able to work with you in order to bring about localized change. I think that is the best way that you can work with us and help us to take forward the message and implement those actions on the ground. I would also say that as a young women-led organization, one of our greatest challenges is funding, because people still don't think it's lucrative to invest in such organizations or in the non-flashy work. So helping us out in that way and ensuring that we're able to take forward the work with the resources to really create a better world for all will also be of great help to all of us.